Hello.
Whatever you want, Anto.
I can only see you, Mike.
You can only see me, but Anto, I can see you from here, buddy. So we're A-OK, Anto. This is the podcast, but it's a little bit different. There's just two of us, and if you ask me, I think we're the better guests of it.
You know what? I kind of like it. You know, those little slackers over there. Where are they, Mike?
First of all, I wanted to say that we didn't come last time because we had a couple of people that were feeling under the weather.
Meaning you and Curly, right? Right.
Anto calls Marco curly because of his curly hair. So
No, I didn't call him. Somebody else called him, and I learned from him.
You added from him.
That's
okay,
right.
regardless. Yeah, we were feeling a little under the weather. We're in New York. It got freezing all of a sudden.
Freezing? What are you talking about? It's so warm outside.
Anto, you're born different, you know? Us,
I'm hot-blooded. You're a lizard.
Warm-blooded and cold-blooded.
Right. Okay.
But guys, regardless, we didn't want to go 2 weeks with no podcast. So I was like, Anto, we're the only one that's going to do it. Let's put on a show because all of our buddies are asking, what's going on? Where's the next podcast? So
I got a few people calling me.
Yeah, a bunch. All the comments, Anto, what happened to the podcast, blah, 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 all this stuff. So we're like, even 2 is better than 4, if you ask me, especially in this case.
That's right. That's right. We got the 2 best, the top.
There we go, Anto. We're good.
all the top, they race to the, all the cream races to the top.
There
all the
go.
rest goes all the way down to the bottom.
And guess where we are?
To the top.
But Marco is actually in Mexico, right? Marco is actually doing something with Lotto.
Lotto. That's, I like the way you pronounce it, Mike. Not
The proper
Lotto.
way. Yeah,
Lotto.
yeah. So he's doing some pretty fun things. We're not going to say anything. We don't want to spoil anything. But 2026, we're going to do a lot of great things with Lotto. So make sure, stay tuned. And next week, we're hoping everyone is back on the podcast. No more excuses, and we're going to go.
Or maybe next week, you and I, we can go to Mexico. Or maybe we can go to Canada, whatever, right?
There we go. I mean, we can figure
why
something
Mexico
out.
and not Canada or something like that?
Because
the World Cup is going to be United States, Canada, and Mexico, right?
That's true, but this is also top secret. We're not supposed to be saying anything.
Top secret.
So we got to keep our lips zipped, and when they find out, we'll know shortly for sure. And Anto, it's been a crazy past couple of weeks. We missed the last round. On to this round, a lot of craziness, and today was a day that Milan played. I don't know if you want to start off with Milan, or we start a different game and go off.
No, let me get the Milan out of my chest, because today it was so nerve-wracking. I was looking forward for the game, and after all the big disappointment that Juventus displayed over there at Maradona, he was just a disgrace. I have so many Juventus fans, and the loudness when they cry, it's so much. Are you sure we're on, Mike? So they've been crying so loud, and they've been crying foul about Spalletti. But let's go back to AC Milan. AC Milan today, very disappointing on the first half, but the second half, it was a total different game without Leao.
Yeah,
I wanted just to point this out.
I mean, I just want to add something really quickly. Being down 2-0 against Torino, it's very tough. And I just want to say how good Rabiot has been for Milan. He's been incredible. And I think he almost got a brace too. He was very close to scoring second. The only one that's, I think, Milan's other standout player this season, other than Leao, of course, is Pulisic. The one that did score a brace. He came in, scored immediately, then 9 minutes after, scored again. He has that guy.
37 seconds into the game, 2-2.
Anto, magic.
I'm telling you, I thought, by looking at his face, and he was kind of a little pale still. I think he had a little fever still when he was brought in.
So could you imagine when he's 100%?
Oh.
The hat tricks are coming, Anto. Captain America's killing me.
I will take 1 or 2 goals a game. They don't have to be hat tricks for me. I will be pretty happy with one goal a game is fine.
You're very nice over here. Not taking too much. You know?
I don't want to,
You're like on the Halloween, take one candy. You only take one.
I wanted to just make sure that he gives it every time. So going back to the game, it was nerve-wracking. I don't know if I've been watching a different game, but I think the referees has been penalizing us so much. A lot of the calls we're not making. The push on Cuckoo was inside of the box, was a clean penalty. Don't even go to the VAR and watch it. I said, but Anto, stop complaining. You guys wanted the game. No, I gotta say it, Mike. a lot of the calls were not made. You know, the guy that stepped on Salah makers, that was a clean red, a straight red. The guy just intentionally went right you know, you don't play soccer like that.
It was dangerous.
Why they're not punishing those things? It's just too much sometimes. Sometimes they don't even give you yellow cards and all of that stuff. But you know, aside from the game, the second half that AC Milan played was just spectacular. I don't know. And you know what? I think Leao was putting us on a position to be a little bit more predictable. But as soon as Leao came out, unfortunately he came out because of his injury, but everything is starting to change because Makers doesn't give a lot of referencing, to the defender. It was on the right-hand side, and then they moved him to the left, and then Richie came in again, but Loftus-Cheek, man, box to box. He's
incredible.
Oh,
he's got an extra set of lungs. He's
unstoppable.
So good. And Rabiot, Tuando.
You were saying about Rabiot.
Oh, so good. So good.
I mean, he found that shot from outside of the box. My God.
I couldn't believe it.
He smoked it.
He was dancing in the air, the ball.
You know what it is, Mike? The ball is a little softer or lighter from the soccer ball that they used to play in Serie A. Right now, those balls, when you're taking the shot,
it
even
whips
with the
around.
with the top of the laces, the ball starting straight, and then all of a sudden,
the curvature goes all over the place.
Yeah,
that was so nice.
It was not really a good shot for the for the goalkeeper to save. Hey, Israel, he made some very good saves.
He made a few saves for sure. He kept them in.
He kept them in for a long time, but despite having the referees against us, guess what? We won. Yes!
That was big.
I was watching the game in New Jersey on my daughter's couch. I left a scream out. I said, my daughter, are you okay? I said, that's right.
But Anto, I could have sworn, being 2-0, I was like, Milan will be lucky with the draw. I didn't think, and this was a time that, fighting for first, we got other teams dropping points, and so this was a huge.
And Inter was on top too. If we would have lost the game, we'll have lost that. We'll have listened to that pelato that sits all the time over there. That bald son of a gun. Pelato di merda.
But regardless of that, it was tough. They went on top, and this was after Milan came off a loss from the Coppa Italia from Lazio, Milan looked like two different teams. Like against Lazio, they weren't even trying. It looks like they wanted to get out of the Coppa Italia.
No, that's not true, Mike. I'll tell you what. This is what I criticize Allegri for. Allegri is from time to time. There are teams that you can wait. And see that they make a mistake, and then you capitalize, and then on a counter you just punish them. But there are teams that they play you much tougher. So on those kind of a situation, you have to read the game ahead of the time. You cannot be waiting for 75, 80 minutes for a team to make a mistake. Just play your game. Play your game. We did not attack. We were just waiting and controlling the situation. Leao missed a clean opportunity over there. Hey, when you miss, guess what? The soccer law says...
Gol sbagliato.
Let's say in Italian first. Gol sbagliato, gol subito.
Yeah.
Meaning...
If you don't take your chances, you're going
to get it screwed up. It's so anyway, it went bad. Too bad we are out of the Coppa Italia because Allegri, he wanted to go all the way to the end. It didn't come true. So
yeah, and for Lazio, for that win, a big win for them. And on top of that, Lazio ended up getting a draw versus Bologna, who Bologna were on fire recently, and they kept them from going into the top four with this draw. It was a very, actually, back and forth match. It was actually entertaining
overall, to watch. It was a spectacular week for us because our
all the rivals,
except for Inter, and Napoli. You know what? I text Rosario. I says, let's go. When they were up 1-0, he was so happy. And then, and then the 1-1, I said, oh, my God. And then they wound up scoring the 2-1. What a nice goal, too.
First of all, Anto, the Napoli-Juventus game was, I couldn't believe it. Højlund, he's paying dividends now. He's getting hot. He's looking good. Neres is looking great. He's assisting. It seems a lot of things are clicking, I think, for Napoli. And Juve, on the other hand, I just feel like, I don't know what Spalletti hasn't found. I have a stat here, Anto. I know it's not your favorite, but it's pretty important because Napoli are unbeaten in 2025 at home. They have
Oh,
not
boy.
lost at the Maradona. And Juventus haven't won in Napoli since 2019. So adding salt to the wounds there. I don't know what's going on with Juventus. We're talking about, we all know Napoli doing good. But Juventus, every week, I feel like we're talking about the same thing. I feel like they don't have it. And I don't know who to blame.
All right, guys, we're taking a quick break from the show because we got to talk about the company that's supporting IFTV. We mentioned it before. We are partnering up with Lotto. Yes, the iconic Italian brand is sponsoring us until the end of the World Cup. This is absolutely insane to me. You know them for their epic jerseys, the sick cleats. They are pure football heritage. Mike, when I was a little boy, I remember always begging my father. I would show him pictures of the Lotto gear and say, please, please buy me. We used to have a soccer.com magazine. Shout out to anyone that remembers the magazine we get in the mail. And I remember there was this one image of Luca Toni promoting Lotto, and he had like these zero gravity laceless boots. They were like the coolest things in the world. I would put it on my Christmas list every year, just begging to get them because they were so iconic.
Yeah, now I'm sure your dad's begging you if they have their size.
You know
now.
what? That's a good point. I'm not going to give them them.
And now, you know what we can tell
I'm
them?
going to make them beg.
We'll tell them to go to the local Dick's Sporting Goods store,
Right.
and they'll have it. And if you don't have a local Dick's Sporting Goods store, there's always online.
Everybody's got a Dick's Sporting Goods.
Of course, I know.
Online
But if
is
you
easy.
want to check it online, whatever, we have the link in the description.
Yes.
And we also have their Instagram handle in the description.
Lotto
Go
Sport
check
US.
them out. A lot of great stuff. We're going to do a lot of great stuff
They
with
have
them
so many
this
new
season.
releases as well. So if you follow them on Instagram, you get the latest. This jersey was one of them that they released. New York, of course, we always got to rep. Truly a dream partnership
Legendary
for us.
partnership.
Can't believe that this is real. Go support them. Let them know that IFTV sent you to their page. Now, let's get back to the show.
Mike, Napoli didn't do anything extraordinary. They just played their game. You
Yeah.
see, Juventus is not there.
The only positive from Juve is
Yeah.
Yildiz.
Yeah.
And they took him off. They should have kept him
Nah,
off.
as soon
I
as-
couldn't believe that.
As soon as they took him off, I texted Marco. I said, "What the? You
That-
take
that was crazy.
You
Your
take
best player."
Yildiz and Conceição. Those are the people that can hold up the play, especially because Spalletti wanted the tie. He was happy with the tie, and you know what he thought? He said, "Let me take those two guys out. I'll put a couple other fresh player. I'm gonna ask them to just scrap around and just keep the hold the midfield up."
Yeah.
Didn't work out. It didn't work out. Openda to me. 45 millions? Are you kidding me? If you were to pay me 45 millions to have this guy here, I would never take him. I mean, I like Zeregrova. I like that guy. But they don't give him enough time. You need, he almost wound up tying the game for them on the last one of the last play. But you play the guy a little bit more. The he's got something. But this Juventus, man, I'm telling you, it's
Who's
disaster.
at fault, Anto?
It's
How much is Spalletti at fault? How much are the player
It's both. It's not Spalletti. The players are what they are, Mike.
Yeah, okay.
You cannot make a I don't know, pasta fazool with the minestrone.
Yeah.
The minestrone is minestrone. Pasta fazool is pasta fazool.
Yeah.
Those are the ingredients, Mike. The team is what it is.
But they should be doing better than what they are now, don't you think?
Mike, they lost against Napoli. You can just
No,
but
no.
how they
I'm not,
lose
I'm not.
it.
Yeah, I'm not saying just this game. I'm saying overall.
No, the team is not there, Mike. The team is not there. Let me tell you something. I'm not sure if I forgot the name of the gentleman that was on the studio with Marco Gredline and the other young lady over there. But I'm not sure if it was him or somebody else. The way Juventus plays, it makes it look for Napoli was like jaywalking. It was so easy.
Yeah.
It was so
Because
easy.
they don't have structure. They don't have an identity. That's why.
Mike, everywhere there are, this is a boat that is treading water from all over the places. You said, except for the forward line where Yildiz is holding his own, nobody else is stepping up to the plate.
I mean, plus Vlahovic is out for how many months?
Everybody's got issues, Mike.
Yeah, no, it's
Napoli's
true.
got a lot of issues. They don't have Lukaku.
That's
They're not
true.
complaining.
No,
they don't have
that's
Lobotka.
true.
They don't have a lot of players.
Yeah.
They didn't bring this all. But we're gonna be on the pregame. They said, we don't have this. We don't
They
have
still
that.
play their game.
They still play the game.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
go over there, do your job, in and out, and then you'll see whether when the dust settles, who won, lost, or tie. So bottom line is Juventus. They're not even trying. They're not even trying. And then now Spalletti all of a sudden is coming up with this new, I think it was it was out of line what he said on a live conference, Mike. You do not blame the team or the management for having
The higher up, yeah.
the higher up for having bought somebody like Openda 45 million. I said, hey, listen, the people that I subbed in, they cost Juventus $45 million. In other words, as to say, those are the players. What do you want me to do?
But he's putting a clutch for himself, because at the end of the day, Anto, we should at least see some sort of identity from you. I'm not saying it's completely, but Spalletti is in fact at fault at some degree.
At some degree, it's more than 50%. It's his job. It's his fault.
But him spewing out this thing to protect himself, throwing everyone on the bus, that's not right.
That's his style, Mike. That's his style. He's looking already for the way out. Was the guy that was supposed to be the stabilizer. I don't think so. I don't see it. And we said that before Juventus chose this guy. The Palladino, for me, was the most appropriate guy to take Juventus from, it's so bad. I mean, I have a lot of friends from Juventus. I go to Villabate every day. Mani, the owner, is besides himself. I said, just watching those people, it's just, they lost, a lot of them, they're losing the passion of watching
of course,
their team.
Yeah.
It's just that week in and week out, Mike, they've been humiliated. I mean, outplayed at every level. Do you think that Juventus, now they're talking about Juventus. I've been saying for the last few times, we do not have 4 spots over there. We have 6 teams fighting for 4 spots. Maybe 7. And I told you the list. I gave you the list. Where I had the Como inside, and I had the Bologna too. So we have Bologna, Como, we have a Juventus, you have Milan, you have Inter, Napoli. It's 7 teams.
Yeah, it's tough. Tough competition.
Tough competition. Same way it's on the top, and actually even worse when you go down all the way to the bottom. Let's not go there for now.
Do you see any positives for Juventus in the near future? Or you think the only way you can see positive results if they get a different coach? What do you think?
You know what? Right now, they're not going to get a different coach. I'm telling you right now. They're going to wait until January. If things they're not improving, because I'm sure they're going to go on the market. Already they spend a lot of money.
Yeah, I'm sure they have to.
They're going to go
no choice.
On the transfer market, that they're going to pull the trigger on 2-3 players. And then if nothing improves from that, Juventus is risky not to make the Champions League this year. Not by little, by a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of teams are much better than Juventus. There is a lot of teams that's so much better than Juventus.
And Napoli, did they prove you anything different from last
they
few weeks?
No, Napoli, I think they are, licking their wounds because a lot of their players, they're not there. I mean, De Bruyne is gone for most of the season. I think he's coming back, March, April, something like that. So De Bruyne, don't even count him into the equation. Lukaku, I'm not sure, he's been sitting on the bench, but Conte is been reluctant to use him again because I guess it's not fully 100%. He doesn't want to just put somebody in and then,
rush them.
Rush. And then, Conte is doing what he knows best. I mean, he's reading the game a lot better than Spalletti. And you're playing at the Maradona. Mike, you have to capitalize on those situations.
Sure.
And then, you know what I thought? Once he yielded score, I said, you know what? Now it's going to be a fight. But then Napoli immediately fought back because Napoli at some point was controlling the game a little bit on and off. But then as soon as Juventus started the game, I said, okay, that's all the bets are off. Let's go all the way again. And that's what they did. They pressed them, and immediately right after, boom, the second goal came, and they deserve it. I mean, Juventus, please. I just don't see anything positive happening to this team. Nothing.
It's tough to see because we always have people asking what's going on here, and I do agree with you that it's a lot of Juventini are losing the passion because it's tough to see. They have quality players. It's just they're in a state of they don't know what's going on, from the management to the players of who's gonna go to the coaching, and these quick band-aids, it's really not the long-term effect. They really need someone to change and revolutionize Juventus, and it's not going to be something that's going to take a couple of months. That's what I feel like is a big problem. They want to build a project, but they're not giving enough time for a project.
My friend Maurizio, and I was telling the people that I deal with every morning because that's my routine, they want to see figures that they had an history already with Juventus. This Comolli, what the hell is this guy doing? So they wanted to see somebody like Del Piero stepping up, and they said, hey, let me take care of this stuff here.
Yeah.
You know, you got Chiellini, just bring Del Piero. Buffon now is sitting next to Buffon is sitting right now next to Gattuso on the Italian national team with Bonucci. You know, those are the players. They were the franchise players that Juventus had. And you know what? They kind of like marginalized. It seems to me, this is what I understand, that Juventus management, they do not intentionally want figures that high like Del Piero, Bonucci, Buffon, even I don't know, somebody like
You're saying they want a yes man or something?
Yes, because those are the kind of people that will suck the oxygen out of the air and they will make them become like secondary to the team itself. You know what I'm saying, Mike? So I don't know. To me, it's just when we keep saying all the time, when the fish stinks, you start from the head.
Yeah,
You start it from the head. That's it. So I don't know. It's just I don't see it. I don't see anything. What are you gonna buy? Let's say in January. What are you gonna buy? Who are you gonna buy?
That's the thing.
Who are you gonna buy?
And who are you gonna keep?
Who
Are you gonna keep the coach too? Or what players are gonna? What players are gonna go? What players are gonna stay?
Mike, it's not that you have to have already. Right now, if they don't have a substitution for the coach, it's a project that you know. You have to have already the coach now.
Yeah.
In the eventuality that Spalletti doesn't come true because it seems to me that doesn't have the command of the team. Nobody's listening to him.
Yeah. Yeah, Anto, I just feel like it's going to take much longer than we think. And I feel like our feelings have stayed the same the past few months about the Juventus. And they're just going to have to figure some stuff out. But another team that's going through some hardships as of recent are Roma, Anto. They did, first time, they lost to Cagliari. First time in Serie A, back-to-back losses. A lot of people saying, we're all happy for Roma. We all have a soft spot for Roma, I think. We all love Gasperini.
Mm-hmm.
We all love watching Dybala ball out and all this stuff. But they hit a roadblock here. And for me, the question is this gonna make them or is this gonna break them? Because there's a lot of talks right now. Oh, Roma, are they the dark horse for the Scudetto? I mean, I said that. We're all watching them doing amazing. Do you think this is just a little hiccup, Anto, or do you think this could be something more? And how will Gasperini wheel their way out of this?
I didn't put it down for the Scudetto hands. Actually, I have them 4 on the prediction, on my prediction. The only thing that I'm seeing Roma, I question Gasperini only is starting lineup with Baldanzi as a falso 9. Because I watched the game. I said, whoa, no, moment. You have Dobic over there. You have Ferguson.
Yeah.
Why you starting this guy Baldanzi as a falso 9? What are you trying to deceive somebody over there in Cagliari? Cagliari, they're a very scrappy team. I mean,
they're tough.
Hey,
very tough.
Those guys, they're not gonna get
rolled over.
That's what they did, man. And they, to be honest with you, for the chances that they created, Cagliari didn't do anything not to deserve the game. They deserve the win. I'm telling you. Now, I don't know. The penalty, Mike. That was a penalty. I mean, could have been. I'm sorry. The penalty, the red card. I'm saying when. That was a red card. I mean, it was a borderline, almost there. It was on the line.
Gasperini complained about that, saying it changed the game.
Mike, it's either. I mean, if this guy, it was not tripped. Just the guy was going straight to.
Yeah.
It's not that it was the
exactly not too far.
No, and the direction was straight. It was a laser right in the middle.
Exactly.
So you have to give it. You know what I mean? Plus they went to the VAR and all the stuff. So boom.
Were you surprised though, Anto, with how Roma have been?
Hey, you play with 10 people, with the 10 or 11. You have to just adjust the game. So. That's what he did. I mean, he took out Pellegrini, and who else he took out? And then you cannot really play 10 on 11 on a hot. This is a hot city. When you go to Cagliari, you see it's always sold out. And actually, the spectator, they're breathing on your neck. They're right there. They're almost on the field. So it's not easy to play in Cagliari, especially if you don't have the full squad available to yourself. As I said, the only thing that I question about the game of Gasperini was just not using the striker, the number 9 that they have available to themselves.
Yeah, the thing
Sule didn't play well, and Dybala, to me, he does not have it. Dybala is playing injured. It's not the Dybala that I know. When you see Dybala playing, even when it's not 100%, Dybala makes a huge difference. The Dybala that I saw in Cagliari, it's not him.
Yeah. The thing with the number 9, it seems like Gasperini's not a huge fan of the number 9s he have. So it does seem like he is experimenting with a false 9 like you're talking about. But it's just tough. But do you think it's gonna... This something they'll bounce back from quickly, or you think it's something deeper than this?
I think they listen. If you look at the percentage, the goal that they scored and the goal that the defense is holding up.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah,
for the most part, the defense is holding up. They're not scoring. They're not scoring, Mike. I don't think they're gonna hold the Dovbyk or Ferguson. Either Ferguson they might. But Dobbik, either one of them is going to go and they're going to bring somebody else in because I'm not sure it's going to be Zirkzee, it's going to be somebody else. But without a strikers, Gasperini is not going to be able to function.
Well, there is some talk. I don't want to speculate too much, but I don't know if you've been seeing Liverpool season from the Premier League. They're not very hot this season. Salah. And Salah has been vocal about not being happy with the playing time. He hasn't started the past 3 matches, and he's been saying post-match and stuff, he's saying someone is trying to throw him under the bus, and he gave everything to Liverpool, and all this yada yada, whatever the case is. And Anto, it is a World Cup year, and January is around the corner.
You think that Roma might get... I doubt it.
I'm just saying, what do you think? Is this so crazy? He's not happy with his coach now. He's not happy with the team. A 6-month little loan to Roma that made him into the player he is. I don't think it'd be that crazy playing under Gasperini. You think that's that bad?
No. Well,
what do you think?
Yeah, but Salah is not a striker. It's not a number 9. Another thing.
Oh, but you say no to someone like him?
Of course, no. You don't say no to something like that. So, well, listen, Mike. You say you pick up Zirkzee from Manchester United, and you pick up Salah. And that's it. The team is right there. You can win it. You can win the Campionato.
You can win the Campionato in February if you get those guys. Right? How excited would that be?
But listen, Salah on his own. I'm not sure if I wanted to give him. I want to cut him a slack, but I think he's been running his mouth too much. But some of the comments you can make it.
But maybe he's not appreciated, Anto.
Yeah, but Mike, some of the comments you can make it, but make them on the locker room. The same way Spalletti, he over-opened his mouth. Just, you want to say something negative, just do it behind closed door. Just go to the management and say, hey, listen, this bunch of losers, you put me, this is what you have given to me. What am I going to do with it?
But maybe he did do that, and maybe it wasn't enough, and he's still...
Can that be trying to motivate them like that? It's just publicly humiliating them?
He's not playing.
Oh, my God.
How do you not play someone like Salah?
Ooh.
And it's not like Liverpool are doing well either.
They're not doing that well either.
And our buddy Chiesa too, he's saving them from non-defeats. I don't know if you saw a goal line clearance.
Mike.
And he didn't get called up for the Champions League squad. You believe this nonsense?
Mike, you know how many teams that will wish to have Salah?
Or Chiesa?
Oh, Chiesa, forget it. Don't talk about that.
I'm just saying. But both of them. Like, what's going on?
I don't know.
Crazy. But what's the percentage you can see him back at Roma for a little 6 months loan?
I will say it 5%.
That low?
That low. No.
I was hoping double digits.
No.
I was hoping 15.
Salah has been removed from Roma from a long time. It's not that has happened like 2-3 years ago. He's been playing in Liverpool. He has been playing a lot more in Liverpool than Roma. How many years did he play in Roma? A couple of years. So now he's been playing 5-6 years in Liverpool.
But he made that big move from Roma to Liverpool.
And that's what I'm saying. So I don't think it's going to be EPL.
You think he'd rather stay in Liverpool if he's going to continue?
He's got, Mike, he's got this year and next year. He's got at the end of 2026, this guy's eligible to talk with some other team. So I think if Liverpool, they're not going to give him on loan to anybody. They're going to sell it. Somebody comes up with the big money. They said, hey, that's you.
But if he forces a move out in January, just for like a loan.
Like it's going to be the African Cup, first of all.
Okay.
That's another liability. in January, the guy is gone. Next week is already, this guy's packing up his bag because he's already in Egypt.
AFCON,
It's for the African Cup. So something is going to happen between now and January that we're going to see where it's going to wind up. So
let's hope it's in.
Hey,
Roma.
it will be nice.
It'll be really nice. To see. And it's going to give Roma a lot more chances for that Scudetto run. Gasperini is
if
very
it's not for
convincing.
Scudetto, for the Champions League spot, because
At least,
Gasperini needs to shore up the team if he wants to make top 4.
Yeah, no, you're right, Anto. And on to other news. It seems like we're continuing the bad news. We started off we're starting off another bad news before we move on to the Inter, because that game was crazy. I want to talk about Verona a little bit. I don't know if you saw, but they got their first Serie A win, and it was against Atalanta. Everyone that bet, they probably lost all their money on that game.
Oh my God.
Because Verona actually looked good. They looked like much better than Atalanta. Atalanta did not show up, and I was so shocked.
Palladino. I mean, maybe he's trying to convey his mentality and his style of play to them. I mean, Palladino is not that much difference from Gasperini in terms of playing style, but right now we're still trying to find the players that they're gonna put him on the position to to express his soccer philosophy on the field itself. But they've been through a very bad stretch, Atalanta, even since Palladino came back too. So now they have another tough task because they're going to be playing Chelsea in Champions League. So I don't know. I would give Palladino. I have more faith in Palladino than in Spalletti, put it this way.
Do you think they're going to finish the season with Palladino?
Yeah, 100%. And they're going to sign him for next year too. Even if they don't make it. Mike, don't forget that Palladino is just two games in Serie A that, they're going to sign him. They're going to extend it. This is a very good coach. It's not somebody that you bring in just to stabilize the team. Palladino is something that, it's somebody that you want to sign for 2-3 years.
He just needs some time, right?
Yeah,
You think?
absolutely.
I mean, they have quality players. It just seemed like a weird, strange match. And Verona, they look good.
Yeah.
Maybe this will give them that fuel, that motivation to really fight. But now that I said that they did get their first Serie A win, now the only team in Serie A that hasn't won is Fiorentina, Anto. Another loss. Sassuolo, they conceded 3 goals against them. And honestly, we've been saying in the back of our minds, they're not going to, they'll fight it. They're going to stay up. But now Fiorentina, it's looking really tough. And it's so strange because, Anto, they're playing like a team fighting to stay up. But it just doesn't correlate with the players that they have. They have huge names, and they're playing down to their opponents. It really is a mental game, and I really feel bad for Vanoli. I'm seeing him in the press conference saying, no more excuses, no more BS. I need 11 lines on the field. And it's hard to see because we know we're very close with Fiorentina, and their fan base is incredible. We always love them. They're such a historic team. And it breaks my heart seeing them like this. It's really tough. I'm hoping, this season they're going to get out of it. They're going to get a win. They're going to go through it. But it's just not working, Anto. They only have 6 points. 6 points. They're dead last by themselves. And I really don't know what else to say. I'm speechless.
Speechless, Mike. Joe Barone will never let this team here goes this far. I mean, I just hate to just... I don't know where to start with this thing here. Mental stress when you're a player and when you're in a team that you must win. All capital, M-U-S-T.
Yeah.
You must win. Don't try to pick up, or maybe we'll pick up 3 points with this team here, with that team there. Every single team in Serie A, including Pisa, Cremonese, Verona,
Cagliari,
Lecce, those are teams that they're going to fight with their last
tooth
breath. Tooth and nails.
Yeah.
They're going to leave the marks over there. So there is no easy game. So when the mental stress and the toughness is not there, Mike, oh God, you can put all your physicality that you want. You get one bad break, and then everything becomes dark.
That's a thing.
Because I'm sure they trying, but Mike, when it's not materializing for some reason, nothing comes true for them. I mean, the penalty. I mean,
everything. It just feels like everything's against them. And I think it was last week, Dzeko was saying how, the Fiorentina fans, listen, don't boo us. Every time we touch a ball, you're supposed to support us.
Right.
So you can tell this going throughout everybody. Like, there's like a depression. There's like a dark cloud over them. And it feels like everyone's against them.
Who do you blame for that?
That's what I'm...
Commisso is not to be blamed. I'm telling you right now. He spent $90 million.
Yeah, I know, he spent a
when
lot.
somebody spends that kind of money, you have to just praise the guy. I said the guy is putting all of those resources available to the team. He put all of the Centro Sportivo. He put this and he put that. What do you want from Commisso? The Direttore Sportivo screwed it all up. That's why he resigned. Okay? Friday, he resigned. Not because he was forced to resign. He resigned in disgrace. The guy had Palladino. You have Palladino. Palladino was forced to resign to me. Palladino was one of the best coaches that they had. He was winning games. Fiorentina was in top shape. And then all of a sudden, I was shocked when I found out, Palladino is no longer on the project.
Crazy.
I said, oh my God, what the hell is going on with this? So, and now those are the results. Okay, Mike? I mean, where do you start? They have top quality players.
Dzeko, Moise Kean, De Gea, I mean...
Fagioli. You name it. It's
it.
all there. I don't know. Maybe they're going to go back into the market and spend more money.
They have to do something. They really have to do... They got to...
What are you going to do? What do you think they need? Look at this. De Gea, it was unbeatable last year. Look what's going on this year.
But they were so good last season.
I don't know.
I really... I can't think of...
There are no words. I'm speechless. I am speechless watching them play.
How much longer could you go on with Vanoli, though, is the question.
Mike, right now it's 15 games, right? We have a total of 38 games. We have 4 more games to the Girone di Andata. You have to put at least 1 or 2 wins. Because with 2 wins, you go to 12 points. 2 wins at 12 points. You're starting to lick the wounds a little bit. They said, hey,
motivation.
Come on. Even the first win can just highly motivate you. So he has to start somewhere. But game in and game out, Mike, there is nothing happening over there. So I just hope that there is some light at the end of the tunnel, because right now the tunnel is pretty dark. And, I feel bad. I feel bad because, we have an American. That's an American owner over there. So I want Commisso to do well. I mean, it's not my best friends, but it's I want him to do well. Joe was our friend, so
it's tough. We really hope they can go on to better days. Hopefully, the sooner the better, to get some motivation, because I just feel like that win could really spark something. But
we need Moise Kean to starting to score. Come on, Moise Kean was one of the top scorers last year. All of a sudden, he cannot score anymore. He scores with the national team, and now for Fiorentina, it's not capable to find the bottom of the net.
There's a dark cloud there now, and they gotta figure out a way to go through it together.
The year before, when he played in Juventus, the year before he was traded to Fiorentina, he had another bad year. Let's hope that this stops at some point,
very soon.
And then he gets back into a new cycle and starting to score again.
Yeah, Anto, I agree. But moving on to a team that's actually been killing you recently, Inter 4-0 versus Como. Before this game started, I was like, okay, this is going to be back and forth.
I was hoping.
This is going to be insane. I think
hoping.
Fabregas can do something. And then
they got smoked.
All of a sudden,
they got smoked.
Inter just turned into Inter, I guess, but ×2.
Unfortunately.
Gosh.
I mean, how much I love them.
But Anto, it was insane. I couldn't believe. I would have never guessed this in a million years. Hakan too, the shot Hakan took. I couldn't believe it. On par with the Rabiot for goal of the week, because that was incredible.
Kivu made it look like a jaywalk.
No, it did, yeah. It's what Napoli did to Juve, but times 2.
I saw this guy here. I mean, Fabregas is supposed to be, Fabregas was supposed to go to Inter. Fabregas was the most sought coach after Inzaghi to take the place of Inzaghi. But all of a sudden he said no. He said no to them because apparently The reasons, that's what the rumor is there. The reasons is the Fabregas wants to have everything, wants to control everything in terms, I want this player, I want that player, and I want that player. And then the people on top, they say, no problem. Let's go. Let's get it.
He wants to be really in control of it.
So in Inter, he will not have that kind of power. So you have Marotta, you have you have Auxilio, you have another 4 or 5 guys that said, hey, those are the players. Do what you're supposed to do. Do what we demand you
Don't
to
overstep your boundaries.
That's right.
But that's why he's staying at a team like Como, because he does have more power and he gets to experiment more. And at the end of the day, Anto, if he's happy there, he's building something amazing, you don't have to leave. He's a new coach.
Mike, that guy is destined to be one of the top coaches.
I 100%.
Regardless of the way the season goes.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, this season, it might be the dark horse that you were not to win the Campionato.
For champions?
You see, it's another one that I forgot to put in. Como.
I think you said Como.
I did.
Yeah.
Como is going to fight for the Champions League. If not for the champion, might wind up getting 5th or 6th at the worst.
Yeah. There was something, Anto, though, that we posted that Fabregas said that got a lot of spark and debate, whether on the side of Fabregas and not on the side of Fabregas. Let me know what you think. He said this post-match after losing 4-0. He said, I'd rather lose like this than defend.
That's right.
So some people are saying would rather like the most important is the points. The other side is it's all about philosophy. So what do you think of? Is that too nice? Is that
he has chosen style over outcome.
What do you think about that? Yeah, exactly.
I think it's a lesson that he's gonna
Is he naive?
No,
he's new?
No.
Or this is a good way to think?
Maybe it's a way to show his player. They said, hey, listen, it's good to be as aggressive and to play our style of soccer, but at the same time, don't forget that we can get punished by doing this. So maybe his philosophy is not going to change, but they're going to make a few adjustments to make sure that this kind of embarrassment does not happen again. I mean, they took the game to them. I never saw Inter pressing them so high from at the time that inbound the ball, because that's what Como does.
They didn't let them breathe.
But that's what Como does.
They beat them at their own game.
That's right.
Yeah.
Fabregas, he will plant 5 or 6 players.
He'll pin you.
They'll pin you down
on your side.
And they will just force you to make a mistake, double team you, take the ball away, and just make things happen. But that's what Kivu did to him. I saw constantly 5 or 6 Inter players stable.
Non-stop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But Anto, as a big team, seeing someone like Fabregas say something that you want, like say Inter seeing that, is that an attractive thing to do? For bigger clubs, for suitors, or that's something like an alarm bell in the back of your head, being like, whoa, at the end of the day, we want the results. We don't care. You know what I'm trying to say?
Well, listen. I think he overplayed his hands because the quality of the player that Fabregas has, it's not really, you cannot really compare a Como with Inter in terms of
100%,
player to player. But as you said before, he got beat at his own game, Mike. I think Kivu beat him on his own game. If Kivu plays his normal style, that's just to wait, then take the ball over and then counter and build up and do damage. This time, Kivu, he read the game. See, this is what I like, the flexibility of coaches, that you have flexibility in a way, in the way that they think. Okay? So, in this particular case, look, for example, the Cortomuso we were talking about, Allegri, Cortomuso. There was no Cortomuso today. Today, you went down to nothing. All of a sudden, the second half, we were not waiting anymore. It was pounding, bam, 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 until you got what you wanted. You know what? Even if Pulisic didn't score the 3-2, it will have come maybe another 5 minutes later or 10 minutes later. AC Milan will have probably won the game because the chances was one after the other. The way AC Milan finds the way to see to take the shot from outside, from inside, crossing the ball and all the stuff. They have so many different ways with Modric. with the Modric as the regista.
Okay.
Everything is rotating. Him and Rabiot, I'm telling you.
A lot of weapons. But Anto, we are also talking about you were specifically talking about the probabilities of making top 4 Champions League. Who's gonna make it? Any changes? Because I feel like what we thought in the beginning has maybe slightly changed, at least for me for now. But there are some probabilities. I want to read you. This is actually from Twitter, Football Rankings, great account, guys. Check them out. And they post actually a lot of stats. And this one is the percentage to secure the top 4 in Serie A. So I'm just gonna read them. Inter have a 99.5% chance.
Wow.
Okay.
That means they're gonna win.
I mean, probability-wise, yeah. Napoli, 99% chance.
Ooh.
Milan, 94% chance.
Not bad.
And this is where it gets sticky, as they say. Roma, 74% chance to make top 4. Then Juventus dropped a whopping almost 20%. A 55% chance to make top 4. So it has Roma and Juventus fighting for the top 4. Then below them, we have Bologna, 35% chance to make
Como.
top 4.
Right.
Como's right under them, 22% chance. And Lazio with 12% right under. What do you think about that, Ando?
The only one that I misplaced on my prediction during the pre-campionato was Juventus. I put them 3rd.
And now?
And now...
Do you disagree with that?
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
It's going to be tough. I mean, for them, something has changed drastically. Look, Bremer was one of the major factors that their defense, Juventus defense, was kind of a solid. Was a leader of the defense, and Di Gregorio felt a lot more, stable on the back over there. But now Di Gregorio, it's not been shielded properly.
Yeah.
There are shots coming from all over the place.
He's looking like he has a lot of weaknesses now, right?
But not weakness. I mean, it's not him.
Yeah,
They're not protecting him enough.
Yeah.
Normally, the midfield is the one that screens. Is the sector that will screen all the defender, and then it will double up when there is when the opposite team is fighting you. But it's not there. They're not doing it.
So what do you think? Do you think this? Do you see Juventus as a 5th place, or do you think they have the possibility? Because right here they have a strong favorite of Roma finishing 4th instead of Juventus.
The
do you
way
think that's correct? Or?
Yeah, I think so. Because if Roma makes 1 or 2 adjustment for the transfer market, by far, I don't see Juventus doing it.
So you think Juventus have?
Vlahovic is gone, Mike. I think Vlahovic is going to be traded.
Well, he's out for a few months.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Regardless of that, Vlahovic is not going to be a factor anymore. He got hurt. I feel sorry for him because I wanted him to come even to AC Milan, but he's not going to be a factor anymore. You have now only Yildiz and you have Conceição. Conceição is becoming a little more predictable because he goes down and then he cuts into the inside. But he hustle. He's one of the 2 guys, him and Yildiz, that they take the man 1-to-1 and they try to dribble and create the extra man superiority, we call it in Italian, superiorità numerica. The other players, they just keep passing the ball back. It's like boring. It's like watching the grass grow or the paint dry with these people.
Gotcha.
So Juventus, I don't see it.
You think 5th place?
5th or maybe 6th.
You think Bologna could challenge?
Yes.
I mean, Bologna is right now,
by far.
I think 4 points above
Bologna
them.
has got a better team right now.
So you think Bologna have a
They
better
play
chance
better soccer.
finishing higher than Juventus?
Yes.
Wow. Whew, that's tough to see. And
As much as I don't like Italiano, to be honest with you, because he recently slipped up a couple times. He lost with Cremonese 2 weeks ago, and he lost at home 3-1.
But you still favor them over Juventus.
I saw it.
Okay, that's fair. And I think we talked about mostly about Serie A. I think we hit most of the bigger storylines. And before we go, I do want to talk a little bit about the Azzurri because we weren't here last time. So I don't know if you know, Anto. I don't want to jinx it. There's been a lot of talk. When we posted something about the Azzurri, saying, the evil eye, Malocchio, blah, blah, blah. Guys, we got to post content. I'm sorry. We don't want to jinx anything. But we got to also post the scenarios if Italy do qualify for the World Cup. But the latest news are right now, in March versus Northern Ireland, the first final, they will be playing in Bergamo. What do you think about that?
I mean, Bergamo is a beautiful stadium, but just get another stadium where you have a lot more, history over there.
Olimpico San Siro, you
That's
think?
right.
Which one?
That's
Which one
right.
would you have done?
I would put them in Rome.
Rome?
Yeah.
That's what people were saying.
Rome for me will be the perfect venue for a game like that to be played, because it's like in the Colosseum. You want to see the gladiator fighting for their life. You know what I'm saying, Mike?
Yeah.
This is, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from Bergamo. It's a beautiful town, a beautiful
Yeah.
stadium. I
Yeah.
mean, but I don't know. I question the venue, to be honest with you. But it is what it is. And then the second, if we win,
If Italy beat Northern Ireland, one game off, they play the winner of Bosnia or Wales, depending on who wins there, and they will be playing that away from home, unfortunately. But if they go through those two, guys, I'm sorry, I know the comments are gonna be like, oh, don't jinx it, worry about this. I gotta talk about the future, what happens, Anto, we're media at the end of the day. We got to talk about ifs, ors, buts, even though people don't
That's
want to
right.
hear all about it. Even though, Italians are naturally superstitious. I get it. We have to talk about it. But
why
if
Greeks, they're not superstitious?
we are. We are too. I don't think as much as you guys.
Oh,
You
that's
guys are
right.
fair. You
That's
guys are-
right.
if you guys sit a specific way, you got to sit
That's
like that for the rest
right.
of the
No
season.
black cats around me.
crazy.
That's it.
Exactly. No walking under the ladders.
Nothing.
Anyway. But like I said, if Italy make it through, fingers crossed, toes crossed, everything crossed, their group would be Canada, which would be incredible. Playing in Toronto, by the way, which would be crazy.
We can go to see our
crazy.
friends over there, right?
Don't speak too soon, Aldo. I read the people are messaging in the
Go
comments.
ahead.
Next one, Switzerland.
Oh,
Very
God.
tough, which we had nightmares in the past.
Don't worry, we don't have
Let's not
Jorginho.
talk about
We don't
it.
have Jorginho anymore.
Oh, gosh.
Next.
And Qatar.
Oh, Qatar.
So this is a very interesting group. Like I said, if Italy go through, this could be something that it could be favorable. I don't want to say too much, Anto.
Let me just
Please
break it
say
to
something.
you. Let me break it to you in the two different scenarios. Okay.
Yes, let's hear it.
First of all, are we still on, Mike? Okay. First of all, if Italy qualifies, all right, which is the positive scenarios,
Yes.
okay, we can risk to go all the way to the quarter, given the fact that you told me that we're going to be facing Canada, Switzerland, and Qatar, okay? But the other scenario will be still positive that if we do not qualify, relax, you haven't heard me, we need a revolution. We need a revolution.
But Anto, we talked about this last time.
It doesn't
and the
matter.
revolution did not
This
happen.
time we're gonna get forks, knives, and weapons. We need a revolution.
It didn't happen last time. What makes you think it's gonna happen this time if it doesn't go through?
We need Mike. If we do not qualify, I'm gonna be the first one.
Pitchforks.
Pitchforks. You're
Buying
gonna
airline
see-
tickets.
That's right. That's
First
right.
ones, really?
One way only. I'm gonna go one.
Anto.
You don't know.
We're gonna
me.
see you on the news.
You don't.
Oh boy.
You're gonna see me on handcuff.
Oh boy.
I'm telling you, we are this close to have either or scenario. They're both positive.
Either good on one side or bad on the other, depending
Yeah.
on who you ask.
That's right. So, but this, Mike, this discussion that we're having right now,
Yeah.
you will never, ever, ever hear. 15, 20 years ago, we were on automatic, Mike.
Yeah, exactly.
It was
it wasn't even talked about. Qualification
jaywalking is the word. This was jaywalking.
Yeah.
Now we have to be worried. Oh, we have to be playing maybe Northern Ireland. You know what Northern Ireland was for us? Nothing.
It's crazy. It's a reality of things. It's something you never. If you told yourself this 10 years ago, younger Anto, what would you say? You'd laugh at
Northern
yourself.
Ireland. Please get out of here.
Isn't it crazy how
And then the other team, you say
Wales or Bosnia
Wales. Come on, you know what we do with Wales? We go whale watching.
with the sepia?
Well, come on, are you kidding me? Those are a team and those are nations.
We have to show some respect.
Not to take
though,
away
Anto.
anything from them.
Because the
that
last
they have
time-
no tradition, no history. They got nothing. And look what we are right now. Because of the history, the pressure is on us.
Anto, but they're going to be fighting tooth and nail. These countries haven't qualified in who knows how long.
And if they don't qualify,
they-
nothing ever is going to happen to them.
That
But
gives them
if
even
we-
more motivation because they're playing like a team like Italy. Do you
But that's what I'm
understand?
saying. This is what we do not read
The
as
pressure,
a team.
The pressure's worse for Italy.
That's what I'm
Because
saying.
you guys
This-
are the big fish.
And
in
this is what's happening to Fiorentina. The pressure and
is mounting.
the must-win scenario that we have on us.
It's crushing them.
It's crushing
Yeah,
us.
it's a
So,
truth.
mental pressure and you know the necessity to come up with a win regardless. That's what makes you make stupid mistakes
right.
and costly, you know, handballs and
Brain
bam, bam, bam.
farts.
Yeah, that's right.
You're right, Anto.
That's it.
And I mean, there's still gonna be. It's in March, so we do definitely have a few months before then. Anything can change by the time March happens. Informed players, out of form players. Who knows who's gonna be the coach by then?
But Mike, look at this. I was listening to somebody just speaking. I said, "Oh, you know, there might be a chance that you know, the week that we play in the international qualification." I said we might stop the campionato. When we play teams like that, this is what makes it even worse. We're talking about mental pressure. Just play your regular game. Play the Serie A game. Play wherever you have to play. And then you just go over there and do your job. It's just do your job. Do not overdo yourself. Just go and do your job. Do your job. Because even with the players that we have right now, they're not top, but they're not bottom.
No, for sure.
Just go over there, play your game. End of the story.
On paper,
I don't want.
Anto, they should comfortably win.
That's it.
But the thing is, Calcio is not played on paper.
Is playing on the grass, right? So, I don't know. To me, I'll give you 75% we're going to qualify.
I'm not giving any percentage because I know
75% we're going to qualify. And if we don't, guess what? The second scenario is going to come up.
Oh boy!
It's one way to Italy with the pitchfork. You see me.
Handcuffs, Anto, and handcuffs. Oh boy!
My wife, she's going to have to bail me out of jail.
Oh, but we'll get you though, Anto. But Anto, yeah, that's it for this week. Hopefully next week, or maybe not. It'll just be us again.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
If you guys like this to continue,
Yeah,
let us
just
know.
just like it and subscribe it. We can just wipe the rest of the other three guys out, right,
And
Mike?
Anto, we have high IQ conversations.
That's
I
right.
like these guys.
These boring idiots here.
I don't know what they were talking about.
We were just joking. Don't take it personally, all right?
Maybe you were joking.
Oh, no.
Guys, we'll see you next week, and who knows, we'll be there. We'll see how many comments there are. And, of course, thanks for Lotto again. We're rocking their merch all the time. Exciting stuff in 2026. Don't forget it, and we'll see you soon. Ciao, guys.